Hello, my name is Asya. My chosen elective was Modern Perspectives. My pitch is intended for the National Gallery, to whom I proposed an interactive game experience for a selected painting. Working with an external partner highlighted key differences between coursework and real-world projects. In coursework, I typically consider various elements in my creative process, but in professional settings, additional factors emerged, such as the final product setting, potential future changes, and adaptability. Our brief for the National Gallery was speculative, pushing us to reflect on its historical and contemporary relevance and strategies to attract future visitors. Although I did not physically test new areas myself, collaboration with experts expanded my understanding. Without realizing it, I ventured into game design and environmental storytelling, fields I had not initially anticipated exploring in my elective. This experience reinforced how animation extends beyond traditional storytelling. My projects often begin with fictional narratives, but adapting them into 3D interactive environments required balancing fantastical and factual elements. Initially, uncertain about the project direction, I pivoted between different paintings before settling on one, and my team's input helped clarify how traditional art could integrate with modern media. As someone passionate about traditional paintings, I struggled to understand why younger audiences showed little interest, prompting me to question factors such as educational curricula and cultural shifts.
Hello everyone, I'm Zhao Yangxi. I'm going to introduce my group curatorial project, Pickleball. In our group curatorial project, I used the children's behavioral data as a foundation to transform the exhibition space from a static display into an interactive experience. 3 versions of the exhibition hall design were proposed. Initially, the first 2 versions rely on static picture book displays, but research suggested that the approach led to low engagement among children. To address this, the 3rd version significantly increased interactive elements, such as a shadow wall, a paper cutting curation area, and an interactive block wall, raising the proportion of interactive space to 60%. For spatial optimization, I proposed a low-cost shadow theater solution using satellite projections and props to recreate picture book signs. The reading area booths, designed at 70 centimeters in height, ensure accessibility for children while promoting safety and autonomy, reducing the need for parental intervention. Additionally, the paper cutting area was placed next to the exhibition wall, allowing children to display their creation immediately, enhancing their sense of achievement. A key innovation was transforming security monitoring into an immersive interactive feature. Instead of traditional surveillance, I proposed an approach where parents could observe their children's movements while children engaged playfully with the cameras. This dual-purpose solution balanced safety monitoring with interactive engagement, making security both functional and enjoyable. This project depends my understanding of how children creation should use image as a language and interaction as a bridge, while also considering low-cost, highly creative solutions. Moving forward, I aim to enhance inclusive design, ensuring that art space become true dialogue, containers between imagination and reality, shaping behaviors and refounding social values.
My name is Juliette Penide, and I'm currently taking the Counterpoint elective. My pitch is for the basement door charity, where I've envisioned a potential alternative venue for them in the future. Working with an external partner was initially intimidating, especially when finding the right person to communicate with. At first I hesitated, but as I got to know my partner, interactions became more dynamic. During the elective, we collaborated with music students. My group struggled to find a willing partner, and our forced pairing resulted in an awkward dynamic. Our collaborator eventually left, excluding us from the interdisciplinary experience. However, in my actual collaboration with the Basement Dog charity, the dynamic was smoother due to mutual enthusiasm. Kev, the charity's representative, inspired me with his passion for helping young people, motivating me to create something meaningful beyond coursework. I wanted to push my creative boundaries rather than relying on familiar storytelling. I explored various concepts before deciding to create visuals for the charity's band, syncing visuals with different music genres. To achieve this, I learned touch designer, a visual development platform. I had never used the program before, so initially it was challenging and overwhelming due to its complexity. While my control over the software was limited, it expanded my technical knowledge. Due to the lack of equipment such as motion sensors, I had to adapt by replicating my ideas on Blender and building my pitch from there. This process helped me improve my skills and think creatively within the constraints of the tools I have available. Initially, I aimed to research sustainable ways to repurpose old buildings like lighthouses. However, after discussing with Hill Kramer and Stephanie, we shifted focus to exploring how lighthouses, often located in rural areas with aging populations, could be revitalized. Many rural communities lack entertainment options, and I wanted to investigate how artistic initiatives could attract younger generations into these areas. Transforming lighthouses into creative spaces, such as performance venues, could engage with young artists, animations, and musicians while offering entertainment for older residents, helping to revitalize these overlooked communities. This project made me reflect on balancing progress and preservation, how modernization can be achieved without neglecting history.
Hi, my name is Jiaying. My elective course is Modern Perspective. In my Modern Perspective course, I explored methods to bridge the gap between traditional paintings and modern audience, particularly younger generations. Initially, I believe that adding payphone elements to famous artworks on platforms like TikTok could make them more engaging. I was questioning whether this approach was truly making art more accessible or oversimplifying its depth. So, this led me to delve deeper into the historical context of the artworks. So I wanted to create an experience where the audience doesn't just look at the large pictures, they become part of it. But it wasn't going well. Collaborating with authors challenged me to think beyond my initial concepts. A major challenge was articulating my idea effectively. So I decided to shift from verbal discussion to sketches. This project also made me consider the in-time use experience beyond the tactics. I had to rethink navigation, interaction, and emotion. So I want to look for many immersive experiences. I further integrated sustainable design by projecting my video onto the exhibition space to create an immersive experience. This taught me that inclusive design is not an afterthought but a foundational principle. I'm thinking about accessibility in order to continue to enhance it. I transformed my sketches into 3D models using Cinema 4D, so its learning curve was steep. Ultimately, I adapted a frame-by-frame animation approach to compensate for my technical limitations.
Across our 4 electives, all our projects centred around innovation in the field of art and design. One commonality we observed in our elective was the shift from passive experiences to interactive engagement. Whether we were working on museum exhibits or curatorial projects, we moved beyond the static displays and linear storytelling to create immersive and participatory experiences. This reflects a growing trend in contemporary design where audiences are no longer just observers but active participants.
Even with this shared focus, our approaches to interactivity varied. Some of us leaned into technology, experimenting with game design, 360 projection mapping, AR and VR to push the boundaries of engagement. Others prioritized physical interaction, using spatial design and interactive installations to create hands-on experiences. While some projects focus on creating accessibility and inclusive spaces, others tackle sustainability, questioning how large-scale digital interactive experiences could be more energy efficient and environmentally responsible.
Collaboration also took different forms. Some of us worked closely with external partners, while others relied on teamwork within our groups or independent research. One challenge we all faced was communication, finding ways to clearly express complex ideas to teammates, collaborators, our audience unfamiliar with our medium. Whether through sketches, storyboards, or prototypes, we had to refine how we got our ideas across. Another common struggle was balancing creative ambition with practical knowledge, whether it was learning new tools or staying within budget.
Animation is evolving alongside other disciplines, moving beyond traditional formats and embracing new technology. It's becoming more integrated with interactive media, gaming and immersive installations, opening new creative possibilities. This shift has allowed animation to enhance museum experiences, architectural spaces, live performances, and digital storytelling in ways that once seemed impossible. With real-time engines and VR/AR technologies, audiences can engage with historical and artistic content like never before. Projects like Mona Lisa Beyond the Glass and the Dali Museum AI-driven installations show how our discipline animation can bring art to life in unexpected and exciting ways.
But with new innovations come new challenges. Staying on top of rapidly evolving tools and workflows demands continuous learning and adaptation. While digital technology makes animation more efficient, it also runs the risk of overshadowing traditional techniques, which can struggle to keep up with industry demands. Sustainability is another growing concern. Massive projection-based exhibitions like Van Gogh Alive or Team Lab Borderless mix for beautiful experiences but consume a huge amount of energy. Finding ways to integrate renewable energy sources and develop low-energy display technologies will be key to making these experiences more sustainable.
To stay ahead, animators need to embrace new technologies without forgetting the fundamentals: strong storytelling, thoughtful design, and audience engagement. We conclude that collaboration, user interactive research, and focus on accessibility and sustainability will be key in shaping the future of the field.
Ultimately, animation is all about adaptation, whether using cutting-edge tools or traditional techniques. It remains a powerful medium that will continue to evolve in the future, influencing how we experience and understand art, design, and interactive space for years to come.